裏がありますから。綾小路くん。
お前に俺が葬れるのか。
Everyone wants to reach Class A.
I'm not sure about that.
Another new student?
She looks angry.
If I were you, I would remember all these people. They can be dangerous, especially since a lot is already known about Ayanokoji's abilities.
I agree. Ayanokoji is a genius even within our school, which means these guys are not lagging behind, which means they will create problems in the future.
Aren't you too negative about them? After all, we only know Koenji and Ayano. Maybe the other guys are good too.
It's strange that you haven't stopped believing in people yet, Karuizawa.
Everyone has a second chance except you, Ryuin.
Is there a knife in there?
Is Ayano gonna be attacked?
How could the school allow this to happen?
Ayano, as always, remains emotionless even in a critical situation. We need to prepare. At least we know what this guy looks like.
It's not a fact that the danger comes from him. Especially manipulating other people in this place is a common thing. It's not a fact that he is an enemy at all.
There is some truth in Kushida's words. You need to understand this better, and you need to warn Ayanokoji.
I think a person like Ayano is ready for such situations.
Dodged even such a blow.
I understand that you idealize your brother, but he is not a super person. Therefore, dodging such a blow is not a problem. Moreover, you yourself know the skills of your puppeteer. Hanabu, apparently even you couldn't resist and decided to check on Ayano.
At that time, I didn't know much about him, plus he was a witness.
Retreated? Was he really scared? This is a student of the D class. He should not pose a danger to the leader of the A class.
In such situations, it is important to be able to analyze quickly, which is why I remain the leader of the A class. And I am ready to hear your opinion, Ruin, when you can approach the level of A class student.
Dictatorship, power to the strongest, is that your motto, Ryuin?
Maybe someday you will find out, but in the meantime, a tip. Don't get in my way.
Despite the fact that you are not so far-sighted, at the moment your strategy is working, I will be interested to know how far your terror will go.
I will take this as praise, especially since the new changes in the post of president of the student council have only played into my hands. The strongest wins in our world.
Your tactics didn't work with Ayano.
I underestimated him and naturally got what I deserved, but it was a valuable experience for me.
And now, the time has come. I will reveal the results of the special examination. Coming in last, Class C, with 0 points.
I was absolutely sure.
What?
I was in the
Next,
hospital
in
at the
third
time.
place, Class A, with 120
You missed a lot.
In second,
You should have
Class
seen
B,
their faces then.
140 points. Finally, in first place, Class D, with 225 points.
What on earth? How could that have happened? Yo! I reckon this shit was...
Later on the ship, I found out what was the matter. It turns out that Ayanokoji changed the leader of the D class. I found myself involved in a game in which I thought I was playing the role of a leader. However, I was just a tool on the way to our victory. But it doesn't matter. The main thing is that I got one step closer to the A class.
After the test, we talked with Ayano. He was extremely surprised how I could know about the outcome of the test, and also where I got information that even teachers do not have.
To be fair, no one could have imagined how strong Ayano was.
He looks like an ordinary student. Even now, when a lot is known about him, I'm not sure that's his limit. Why didn't Ayanokoji get into A class with his abilities?
Even I can't find the answer to this question. Ayanokoji's physical and mental abilities are above the average student even within A grade.
There are no mistakes in the distribution. If he's in D grade, then there's a reason.
Another test on the island?
It is unlikely that the exams will be repeated.
I remember that race.
The sports day was terrible, but then I realized what my mistake was. A leader should not rely only on himself. It is necessary to rally people around. I learned this lesson thanks to Ayanokoji.
Yes, we obviously didn't get off to a good start, but in the end, everything turned out very well. You did well, Suzune.
Thank you.
You still have room to grow.
It seems his aim is to end this.
Calling a teacher as a witness is smart.
No way.
Do you know what happened there?
I don't understand.
You'll find out soon enough.
Is he planning to thwart Ryu and his group all alone?
That's why Ayanokoji was gone for so long. He arranged everything in such a way as to protect himself from being expelled for attacking students.
And for some reason, he decided to make sure that I wasn't expelled either. He hardly expects gratitude from me. He clearly needs me for something. To understand why.
Despite your caveman approach to business, it is surprisingly effective if you know how to apply it. Then it will clearly benefit Ayano and possibly Class D.
Ayanokoji is right surrounded by attention. Even from high school, it's amazing how he manages it.
You criticize my methods, you're no better. Poaching a strong player?
You don't owe these people.
Ichinose, how could you do that?
You've given them everything.
I should have guessed.
Not everything.
You must understand where you are. There is no friendship, no trust. There is only cold calculation. Anyone can betray you, even the closest.
You're right, brother. You need to evaluate people correctly and choose your allies.
It's great that you found an excuse for her behavior. But she's trying to drag Ayanokoji out of D class. I don't know about you, but I won't let it go.
I can't hide my feelings for Ayano anymore.
I was in control of what was happening.
However, he did not underestimate his opponent. In a situation where your opponent is Ayanokoji, the best thing you can do is find out as much information about him as possible, and understand that his physical performance is much higher than an ordinary person. Coupled with his intelligence and reaction, this gives an impeccable result and precision of action. Rywin, you've lost on all fronts.
How terrible it is to see this inside the school. Why there is so much violence here.
How many arts does he know?
He's so talented.
I wish I had known this sooner, although it would hardly have helped. So many fighting styles, an unsurprising outcome.
His skills are simply amazing. I am increasingly eager to learn about his past, in which institution both mental and physical parameters can be pumped so well.
Of all the famous schools in Japan, we are in the best of the best, but even here they do not teach what Ayanokoji knows.
Maybe he studied outside of school hours and devoted most of his life to it.
Perhaps, but it will take decades to master all the styles that we have been told about, and Ayano has barely reached his 16th birthday. Of course, his intelligence allows him to learn faster. But even under this condition, it will take a very long time. In addition, you need to engage not only in physical development, but also in mental development. There is clearly something wrong here.
It's about his past. Doesn't interest him.
Who are they talking about?
Obviously,
He doesn't belong to anything
Ayanokoji.
or anyone.
He's not that cold.
He's his own man.
Karuizawa,
no doubt
just
about
too
it.
in love.
Because he's absolutely convinced that he's the most powerful.
Guys, do you think Ayanokoji will be able to get into A class with such skills?
Unlike most in your class, it is difficult to identify the lack of Ayanokoji as a person. He acts very effectively.
I agree with Manabu. He also spends a lot of time with the guys, which means there are no problems with socialization.
Is he worthy of Class A? I would put the question in a different way, whether A class is worthy of having Ayanokoji in it.
You're enemies! Why are you talking so flatteringly about him?
It is necessary to objectively evaluate a person's skills.
Apparently, this is Ayanokoji's father.
Do you know him?
No, but he looks very stern.
Ichinose, why do you think Ayanokoji was called a masterpiece?
It says here that the father is overseeing the project, so Ayanokoji is involved in some kind of experiment.
But why didn't he tell me about it? And who are the other guys, also part of some kind of plan?
Apparently, we will see them soon. And since they are called the Trinity, it means they are on the same level as Ayano.
You will be very lucky if they are next to Ayano, and not exceed it.
I remember that moment. How embarrassing.
Why the hell were you following him?
I wanted to see it with my own eyes.
Karuizawa, how long have you and Ayano been together? Weren't you with Yosuke?
It's a long story, and anyway, my personal life doesn't require publicity.
Everyone is already starting to have couples. It's good that I've always been fine alone.
What's it like for you to realize that you're just a tool, Karuizawa?
I will not be offended by such words anymore, and if I were you, I would not forget that you have already played a game with Ayano and lost by the way.
I see no reason for me to leave this school.
Is Ayano going to be picked up from school?
I think he has the right to decide for himself.
Which white room are they talking about?
He's so small and defenseless.
Speaking of which, the White Room has resumed operations.
The White Room. The name is very intriguing since Ayano and these guys were shown to us. It means they were all in it. This is exactly what the project was about earlier.
What is their purpose?
While we only know Ayanokoji, as soon as new students appear, it is necessary to look at them, Horikita. They will clearly look like Ayano.
New students appear so often. It's great. I'm finally adding to my list of friends. Is Karuizawa alright?
Yes, Kushida. I'm just trying to find a connection between these guys and that project.
I don't have time to understand anything.
I rarely say this, but I agree.
That girl and Ayano, they're connected.
Ayano is always at the center of all this.
Ayanokoji-kun.
Although I did not understand anything, but Ayanokoji is involved in this again. And once they showed the mask, it means that he is clearly manipulating someone, or will manipulate.
In general, as always, everything is calculated a few steps ahead. I hope he doesn't forget about our agreement and take someone out of the game for me.
Brother, do you communicate with Ayanokoji?
These matters do not concern you. Sooner or later, you will understand everything, but not now.
Just the same, an exemplary family. One is closed and hides that he loves his sister, the second is forever in the shadow of his brother.
素朴な質問なんだが、
Where are you?
今の俺は窮地なのか。
Ryuin, you attacked Ayano after
こ
all.
の場にいる4人じゃ、俺は止められない。
Damn it, he was right.
I appreciated his fighting skills at the beginning of the first year.
It was a mistake to think that he was so simple. If he could turn everything around so that even I turned out to be his tool, my defeat is deserved.
What were you doing there? Why did you attack Ayanokoji? As far as I know, you weren't interested in him until recently.
Look at Karuizawa. Her look says that she wants to tell everything.
This freak tortured me and wanted to find out who runs Class D from the shadows, but I didn't give up. And then Ayanokoji came and saved me.
Saved you? Apparently, you need more time to figure out who you're messing with, but it's worth paying tribute to. In order to strengthen the pawn's trust, you need to show its importance.
You've disappointed me.
What's wrong with him?
Nothing for you.
2年 A クラスの南雲みやびです。
Brother, you said he disappointed you. What's the matter?
This is not so important, especially since you will understand everything yourself in the near future. Only what I saw in the last frame is important. Ayano is apparently coping.
It became easier to breathe at school after he took the helm. You shouldn't be talking Manab at him.
Ryuin, it's easy for you to breathe where there is violence and aggression. Apparently, this is Manabu's fear.
Ichinos, what do you have against me?
I don't understand what you're talking about.
You're a lucky Ayano. Real fights will start for you soon, and this is only to your advantage.
Ichinos, stay away from me and Ayanokoji from now on.
It's up to me to decide.
Girls, come on, let's stay friends. We all want to get into A grade and graduate with good grades. Tools! It is unpleasant to realize this.
The main thing is that it's in our favor right now.
Yes, think about the fact that he raises your class.
And what if I said that I do?
Karuizawa, do you think Ayanokoji will change his mind about people?
I really hope so. Especially since sometimes he can be sincere.
Sincere? I've never seen him like this. Coolness and calculation in every move and action. A born manipulator.
You sound like you're jealous of him, Horikita.
He has a lot of useful and effective qualities that each of us will envy. You are no exception, Ryuin.
Rightfully.
A genius? It's nothing new for this school.
He looks friendly.
Don't you know how fake people are?
Most likely, he will get into Class A, especially if he is called a genius. Then that's where he's going.
But with the same success, Ayanokoji should have got into Class A. But still, he is among the students of Class D. What is the matter?
I would not be surprised if this is his own desire, because he really has no open flaws. And to find hidden ones, you need to know him all his life.